floor is yours, Taavi.
Thank you, Marika. Data exchange, doesn't it sound boring? It's not, because it's an enabler for exciting things. Exciting things for end users, like citizens and businesses that can have nice services. Exciting things for governing authorities who will have good governance tools for the interoperability and data exchange. We see how these technical tools help to deliver this excitement. And we also see that how this technical implementation compares to the physical world, like to find out that the principles that we follow in technology are basically the same in both cases, in physical and in the digital ecosystem. In both cases, you need governance, you need institutions, you need to keep eye on citizen rights, but we go into it. So what problem are we solving? Governments are big networks of entities. They are not like a single house that has a lot of government officials in it and a lot of data that they are working on. Often we see that government is made of small kingdoms, like ministries, that have their own structure of agencies. So this is the organizational complexity. And but why governments exist? They exist to serve citizens. And when citizens have to deal with the government, they have hard times of understanding what is the structure of all these agencies and kingdoms, which door to open, where to get this service. So in order to provide a good service to the citizens, the government entities need to collaborate. They need to talk to each other in order to provide what we call integrated public service. So integration here means that that data moves seamlessly in order to serve citizen. And citizen doesn't have to know from which agency, from which service it can ask for some data. So this is a problem that we are facing. And there is a solution for that, that for policymakers, they call it, we need to implement the whole of government approach. We need to implement the whole of society approach. So in Kenyan case, they say that they want one government approach. But in the end of the day, it means the same thing. Government organizations must collaborate using the data exchange tools in order to provide seamless services. So, what are the benefits? Why we are doing this? So, I would bring out 4 of them. It's obvious that all this exercise, not exercise, it's actually happening in practice. It's about efficiency. Like this is like everybody understands. And if you happen to be in the Trembita session just before this one, they brought out these efficiency figures. During the 5 years that Trembita, which is an secure data exchange platform in Ukraine has operated, they calculate that they have saved 1 billion euros. Remarkable. Yeah. So that's clearly something. They also brought out time savings. They brought out how much CO2 they released less because of using digital tools. So very big numbers. So efficiency is definitely one thing. Another thing is accountability. In this seamless data exchange, you need to make sure that all parties that participate are accountable for the actions. And to be accountable, it means that you must be able to validate that all the parties are following the legislation, they are following, doing what they should do and not do anything else. So it requires governance. And in case of governance, what we are talking about, what are we governing here? So we are governing the scenario where government data is in the transit. It moves between the agencies. So we are governing who are the participants of this, like government agencies, maybe even private sector agencies, organizations. We are governing the systems that are part of this data exchange. We are governing the services that are used to exchange data. And the most importantly, we are governing the transactions that take place. So, and just to bring out the complexity of this exercise, of this governance exercise, there are like thousands of government entities, usually in countries that exchange data. There are maybe 10 times more services. So we are talking about tens of thousands of services, and then there are billions of transactions. Like you saw in Ukraine, this year there will be more than 13 billion transactions over the data exchange layer. So how do you govern all this? You need clearly a very robust approach. And this is where the data exchange platform comes into the picture. So you need a uniform approach to security. You need a uniform approach to all this governance in order to deliver these exciting citizen services. Okay, so efficiency, governance. Third thing is resiliency. That was also discussed today. So if data is exchanged, then it is in danger because it can be attacked. There can be cyber attacks, and there are. And imagine you have like 30 billion of these data exchange acts from sender to receiver, and each of them can be attacked. So you need a very resilient system. You need a good architecture. And this is where X-Road excels, which we are going to discuss here, because this was the software that we used as an example in Kenya POC of GovStack. So resiliency is important. No single point of failure, because it will be attacked immediately, yes, as a focal point. No bottlenecks. These are like, I would say, like two important principles. And finally, citizen rights. So citizens, usually they come like afterthought, but it should be embedded to the data exchange. Like citizens must know why their data is being exchanged. They must be able to validate if there is a legal ground for this data exchange. Or maybe someone, a government official, just spying on my data, spying on me. So these four things: efficiency, governance and accountability, citizen rights, and resiliency. I think these are the four things that drive the need behind the seamless data exchange. So what you see here is one example how this transaction governance is happening with X-Road. In physical world, we have like documents that government authorities send to other authorities. They are being signed, stamped, date is put, and are then archived. And this all is happening because you need governance. You need, if something goes wrong, somebody starts a dispute, then you must have evidence. So this is what's happening in the physical world. Now, in the digital world, usually the data exchange is happening over web services, at least in the case of X-Road. And you need the similar robust methods for this transaction governance. So, and here is a comparison, like physical world, digital world. In both cases, you need authentication of the sender-receiver. You need some authentication of this organization. You need date. You need secure delivery channel. In the physical world, it's postal service. Usually, governments have their secure postal service. In the digital world, the X-Road creates these secure channels over the public internet and archiving. So to be ready for the disputes. Just to show that the principles that this data exchange in the digital world is following, the principles are the same as in the physical world. Okay, so this is something that we are trying to showcase in Kenya, that you can build services on top of X-Road, and you can govern all this easily, and it scales. So basically, I'm going to show you the screenshots of the services that we implemented on top of X-Road, just to have something tangible to see how the X-Road works. So the value promise is for the end users is that X-Road helps to build seamless integrated public services with legal assurance and security assurance. So what we did is we implemented in the proof of concept two services, and I'm going to show one. This is like example of integrated service of childbirth. And currently, a mother needs to basically go to different web pages in Kenya to fill out the PDF forms to register the child, child in different databases or government databases. So, and this is definitely something that mother doesn't want to do after childbirth. So, the benefit of the integrated service is that the mother basically doesn't have to do anything. The mother can just go and check that everything worked out as planned and the child is registered everywhere. So, like the use case is like in the hospital, notification of childbirth is sent to civil registry that contacts population registry where a unique identifier for the newborn child is created, and then child record is added to numerous different databases. And you might ask, what is the connection to X-Road? What is the connection to data exchange? So all these steps where data moves between these different registries, this is being done in this very way that we saw before. Each of these data exchange transaction is signed, timestamped, archived in the digital way. So if something went wrong, you are able to check what went wrong, and you are able to challenge this. And finally, mother can go to citizen portal and see what is the outcome of this childbirth life event. So this is a UI of this childbirth interface that mother sees. So as you can see, like all this data is fetched from different registries: civil registry, population registry, health registry, National Health Insurance Fund. So it gives the transparency for the mother, what has happened, what data government holds about the child. And so mother is in control of her digital twin. I would use this nice term, digital twin. So every data that government has about mother and child is now visible. Okay, and I'm not a sophisticated service pattern expert as Lawrence, but this was my understanding how this live event-based service could look like in Kenya. Okay, what are the principles that we follow from GovStack playbook? Reuse. So all the organizations in government reuse the same data exchange pattern that provides these benefits of nice security and legal assurance. And of course, it enables reuse of data. It enables all these other principles. That it's scalable. Thanks to distributed architecture, scalability is, I would say, a bit higher than in case of centralized architecture. Openness. X-Road uses open standards, open source, and open data. Once only principle. So It helps to deliver citizen-centric services. Citizens do not have to insert the same data twice. Security and privacy, it's a paramount for all building blocks. And since the data exchange, in case of X-Road, happens over public internet, which creates a lot of vulnerabilities, then this is important. And we saw some glimpse of citizen privacy, like mother can have overview of her digital twin. There are definitely more, like data access tracking, like consent management, for example. Finally, transparency, accountability. We talked a lot about these things. Like, it's not just the end user side, it's also the back office side, the accountability and governance. So, with this, I will finish for now. And I hope that data exchange is not boring anymore.